Hi friends, welcome back to another exciting episode of On Location in Vancouver, produced with the support of Telestory Hive. I'm your host Zara Durrani. Joining me today, we are privileged to have with us Angela Marie MacDougall, a dedicated activist, and she has spent several decades devoting her life to this amazing work. We are here currently on Main Street at My Sister's Closet. They used to be downtown. I've shopped there a lot. Whenever I would shop there, it made me feel really good that I was supporting a great cause, which was Battered Women's Support Services, BWSS. And Angela is the director. She is really busy, so we're really honored to have her with us today. Thank you so much for taking the time. I know you're running around. We're messaging late. She's up super early, and I know you've got your hands certainly full. How are you doing today?
Well, Zara, thank you for the chance to meet with you. And when you say several decades, it's like, oh no. But
it's amazing work that you're doing, and work that I'm sure a lot of times
it's a labor of love. Really.
Yeah, that doesn't get acknowledged.
Thank you. Well, of course, I am so honored to get to speak with you today and to talk about, I guess, our shared interest in thrift fashion.
Completely, in thrift fashion, and also for a cause, right? Like what you're doing and what My Sister's Closet is all about. I mean, right now over here, we have someone, Diana, who's been volunteering. Oh. And that's something not a lot of individuals know, that the store is run by volunteers.
Well, we are so fortunate to have just incredible volunteers like Deanna, who we're trying to get her on camera, but we have some amazing team behind the scenes that are doing incredible work and that are doing it with their own time, volunteering. But we're so fortunate to have amazing people like Diana and the team that are here at our location at Main Street, but then also we have another location on Commercial Drive.
So you've had over 3 decades of experience in anti-violence work. Angela has been instrumental in raising awareness and creating change to address gender-based violence and systemic racism. Under her leadership, BWSS operates My Sister's Closet, where we are today, a social enterprise that advocates for zero waste. Eco-fashion and the thrift movement, something I'm truly passionate about. Like even the purse that I came in with today, I believe I got it from the Helmkin location. Oh, wow. And it's a Kate Spade bag that retails for like $600, and I think I spent $40. So tell our everyone who's watching at home, that how long has My Sister's Closet been around for, and how does the money go on to support the women in need?
Well, thank you for your support, Sarah. Thank you. And I really appreciate that you talked about the great deals that people can get with amazing accessories and clothing. We, Battered Women's Support Service, we're in our 45th year, and the founding women of BWSS were so committed to the efforts around ending gender-based violence. And one of the things that happened, we were getting many calls from our community about having clothing or accessories or household items, those kinds of things, and what to do with them. And they wanted to maybe give them to us, and we didn't have a way of accepting them. And then we thought, well, wouldn't it be interesting if we created a social enterprise, which is this idea of being in business for a social cause. And because we are wanting to ensure that we have a really reliable funding stream that also gives us some independence from government, and that we wanted to be in business, and what could that be? And we thought, well, what about a thrift store? I mean, there were other models that already existed, and we thought, wow, like this could actually be a really great idea for us to not only to contribute to the work around ending violence against women and gender-based violence, but we could be contributing to the bigger issues in terms of the environment and addressing what is truly one of the biggest kind of environmental concerns that we have, and that is fabric. And I don't know if people know, but fabric is second behind oil and gas as the biggest kind of polluters on Mother Earth. And so it became a no-brainer for us in that sense. We went off and went into business, and it's been so great.
And how long has My Sister's Closet been around for?
We're in our 24th year.
Wow.
Which is kind of amazing when you think about it so long. It was just the turn of the century when we started. 2001. And, we have learned a lot. It's hard. Running a business is hard, and we've had ups and downs depending on the economy and different things. But it's been an incredible learning journey, and we've had amazing volunteers, some like Diana, who is here, that have been with us for so long as a part of that journey. It's been incredible.
That's incredible. And when you talk about sustainability and thinking of the planet, and the fact that one blazer, like something that I'm wearing, like a jacket, like there's one coat I've had for 10 years and it was a thrift find. And the fact that, perhaps somebody in the 70s or 80s must have purchased this and now I have it. I don't need to go purchase something that is completely brand new. Especially when it comes to like any leather goods. I really feel much better, certainly better about that. I would love to hear about your story, Angela, because you devote your life to giving back to everyone in the community. So what truly inspired you to become involved in the feminist movement and anti-violence work that you are doing?
Yeah, well, thanks for that. And, and I know we're talking about me and my life and like why I do this work, but the reality is like, I'm a part of an amazing team. And so my story is like many stories of people that are here, not only at My Sister's Closet, but also Battered Women's Support Services, who, because of our own lived experiences or people that we know, realize that violence against women, gender-based violence, is just such a big social issue that is, largely rendered invisible. And that is affecting so many women and girls, in their homes all across Vancouver, Metro Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, around the world. And so, there was some catalysts in my life that really changed the trajectory. That what that meant was I decided to change my kind of path, where I was on the path of becoming a counselor and therapist and working with individuals, where I became more thinking about the root causes and how can we get at the root causes and address the roots of the problem. When we think about violence against women, it's happening in the home and in private, and there's a lot of shame associated with going public or making it visible, and for so many women that are dealing with violence, like, they're not wanting to maybe end the relationship, but they're wanting the abuse to stop. So it's complicated. It gets really complicated. And so, our crisis line, the support groups, the legal advocacy, the different interventions that we provide really do and have and are making a difference every single day for tens of thousands of victim survivors every year. And that's what matters to us, like going back to the very beginning about wanting to be there for anyone that wants help and to help alleviate isolation and to make those changes. So yeah, we've seen so many lives transformed. My Sister's Closet ends up kind of being a front-facing place for these issues, but the idea of thrift and thrift movement and thrift fashion is, we think, the way that we need to go. There's so much waste and there's just so much consumerism and excess that's within fashion, and we're really trying to shift the culture where we can start to think about more sustainable ways.
Very well said. I'm personally very passionate about thrifting, and then especially when there's a cause attached to it, because you never know what you're gonna find. I always feel like so happy, extra happy, because you don't know what's going to be in the store, what's going to be on sale. I always love, because I think you guys have days where it'll be like the daily deals. So I'm always looking through, okay, what's in here today? But it's like, even though when I'm spending money and getting something, and quite often I've seen items with tags on them. They're like brand new. And I hear you get a lot of donations from film sets as well.
We do, which is so great. It's really fun because film sets are really interesting when we think about the fashion that we're so fortunate here, I guess, in Hollywood North, where there are so many film companies that have production companies that have been really generous in sharing the wardrobe for the film after the film is closed, and it's really fun. Like we've been received some really interesting pieces, and you think about like the kind of fashion and styling and clothing that is in the many films that are filmed here in Vancouver. and to, it's kind of what's hip and what's new and what's fun and the styling. And so it's been really interesting to see, and we're so fortunate actually, and I'm glad that we can, because it's really it's a big infusion of really fun things that we can get. It's nice. It's really sweet.
So anyone who's watching out there, how can they support?
Oh, yes.
How can, are you looking for more volunteers? Do you take monetary, financial donations?
Volunteering is, you get to be around some amazing people and thrift fashion, and that can be really cool. We have some incentives. There's some, get some deals on fashion, and get to, styling, and there's lots of room here to do different things, which is fun. Donating clothing, I think the idea of spring and sort of that refreshing of our closets and our spaces, it's a chance to kind of share. So please, if you're gonna clean your closets out or kind of go through things, please, bring them. We would love it. And we, in addition to selling clothing and generating revenue for us, we give away a lot of clothing to women that access our services, and that's been such a key part as well for women that are in their employment journeys, their vocational journeys, and having access to clothes. And then, of course, Battered Women Support Services, we are accepting financial donations, which can help us in continuing to do the work that we do. In 2023-24, we responded to over 52,000 requests for services, which is a lot. And so our team is growing, and the need continues to be high.
Yes, we have to support local. We have to, it's like I have quite a few friends who live here. So whenever I'm in the neighborhood, I always drop by or take a look at commercial whenever I'm there. I do hope, fingers crossed, we're going to manifest another downtown location soon. And do let me know how I can support in the future. And I really appreciate you taking the time to come out. I know your schedule is really full, but we're very happy that we could make this happen today. It's a gorgeous Vancouver day, and we'll make sure to share their information, the website, and if anyone is interested in volunteering or seeing how else they can support BWSS, as well as My Sister's Closet. Angela MacDougall, thank you so much.
Oh, Zara, thank you.
My pleasure. And loving the fab pink. We love pink. We love color.
My Sister's Closet.
Yay, great find. Well, thank you all for tuning in. I'm your host, Zara Durrani. The show is produced with the support of TELUS Story Hive. Until next time, we'll catch you on Location here in Vancouver.